There is this patch of land in New Orleans where the drums never really stopped, where spirits danced under the moonlight, and freedom wasn't obtained, but it was whispered through rhythms passed down like secret prayers. Some say if you stand still long enough with your eyes closed quietly, it's like you can still hear the drums. You can feel the ancestors moving through the wind. You'll know you stepped on sacred land when you arrived. That patch of land, that magical place, is called Congo Square. Today, it sits quietly despite its vibrant and loud background. It sits right behind St. Louis Cathedral. It's spanning about 6 blocks tucked into Louis Armstrong Park. Benches, plaques, trees swaying overhead. It doesn't look like much if you're just passing through, but the earth remembers what happened here. It remembers the feet that pounded its soil in ritual, the chants that carried through the heat, the spirits that came when they were called. This isn't just your regular public park. This is a portal. Hey y'all, I'm Yaya. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. One of my first videos about this mysterious New Orleans trip that I went on, that I didn't share any of the footage, and it's been almost a year. Honestly, because I just didn't like how the footage turned out. I'm just real picky. I wanted it to be cute for y'all, but I didn't want to waste the stories and the experiences and the information that I learned while I was there. So I'm just going to drop it in different videos, and today we're going to start with Congo Square. Now, before it was known as Congo Square, the land itself was already considered special. Long before colonizers, before French names and Spanish laws, this was a gathering place for the native people of the region. It was a trading ground, a meeting place, and yes, a spiritual site. And when enslaved Africans were brought here in chains, the land seemed to recognize them, and they somehow recognized it as well. As if the spirit of the ground said, "I've seen this before. Come as you are." So let's get into some history. During the 1700s and the early 1800s, Louisiana gave enslaved Africans one day off. Sunday. Enslaved people were often only given one nice outfit to wear on Sunday, specifically when attending church by force. Not for their own dignity, but so their enslavers could flaunt their wealth and status through the appearance of their slaves. It was a twisted kind of vanity, using human beings as visual symbols of control and prosperity. Like, look at my good little Negro with his tie on, like as if it was bragging rights. Like, look at my property. Isn't it nice and shiny? Your little property, look at the tattered clothing. You must not be making that much money. It was that. So basically, oh, my slaves look nice. I got money, honey. But what's so powerful is how our people flipped it. They took those scraps of dignity and turned it into style, presence, power, Easter hats to the sky, curls tucked, they've been pinned for 24 hours. They said, oh, we're really about to show our Sunday's best now. So that's a little fun fact on the term Sunday's best. And when they gather at these places on Sundays like Congo Square, in those same clothes, they weren't just wearing what their enslavers gave them. They were reclaiming themselves. They could finally be people, dancing in what they had, turning the performance into a ritual, utilizing everyone's energy for one purpose. It was a day where they were allowed to gather within limits, and that gathering happened right here at Congo Square. But this wasn't just a break from labor. This was a spiritual jailbreak. They came with drums, with herbs, with bones and songs, and the inner practices of their ancestors. They came with happiness, they came with grief and rage and prayers tucked into the soles of their feet. They sold goods, yes, but what was really being exchanged was energy. So I had the chance to visit Congo Square, so I want to give you a perspective from my eyes, and you know how dramatic and descriptive I can be. So let's all go to Congo Square. You ready? You step past the gates of Louis Armstrong Park, and at first everything looks calm. I honestly thought I was at the wrong place because it looked almost too calm. The air is warm, the trees are swaying gently, and the noise of the city fades just a little. You follow the winding path until it opens into a wide circular space. Open sky above, the stage like concrete ring beneath your feet. It's quiet but not empty. The ground feels like it's holding its breath, like it remembers too much to speak. You start walking across the square as if you're trying to solve the mystery yourself, and that's when you notice her. A tree. A massive ancient oak tree sitting off to the side, not screaming for attention, but impossible to ignore. I beeline straight to the tree without even knowing her story. Her branches stretch wide like open arms, but the energy coming off her is anything but soft. It's welcoming. It's strong, loud. Like generations of voices are rooted in her bark. And before even knowing about this tree, I immediately compared that tree to the tree in Pocahontas. I was like, oh, this looks like the tree in Pocahontas. Little did I know. And then as I began looking at the tree, I noticed people have left beads at her base, coins, little scraps of fabric, fruit, money, notes folded and tucked into the roots. And now I know I was staring right into the eyes of the ancestor tree. And when you stand in front of her, you feel like something is watching or maybe even waiting. The kind of energy that makes you listen more than talk. So let's talk about the ancestor tree, because now I know it was the ancestor tree. The ancestor tree at Congo Square is just a beautiful spiritual landmark. It's not marked with a fancy smancy plaque. You probably won't learn about it in textbooks, but for those who know, they feel it. And they appreciate it. They honor it. This large oak tree stands near the heart of Congo Square, and over time it has become an unofficial altar, a sacred point where visitors leave offerings, prayers, shells, flowers, beads, even handwritten notes, just consistently decorating the tree and offerings. Some say the tree watches, others say the tree listens. It's been there for generations, and while it's not confirmed to be the exact or official tree that stood during the original gatherings of our ancestors, many believe it's grown from the same roots, or at least carries the same spirit. People who visit often describe feeling drawn to it as if it calls for them. Like I just said, I went straight to it. Some feel warmth in their palms when they touch its bark. Others report feeling overcome with emotion or hearing whispers in the wind when they stand near it. Spiritual workers, root workers, and healers have long acknowledged it as a site where the veil seems thin. It feels thin. A place where the ancestors speak more clearly. You can think of it as a living memorial, a spiritual witness. That tree has soaked up centuries of music, grief, prayer, joy, rage, and resilience. It holds memory in its bark. And when people come to Congo Square today, they instinctively know to stand by it, to touch it, to say a name, to leave something behind, which I did before even knowing. I said, oh, there's offerings. Okay, let me dig in my pocket to see what I got. So when I went to Congo Square, I didn't know all of this information, and I was just sitting next to the tree crying. And at first I thought I was being sensitive, because I'm a crier. I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm excited, I cry when I'm nervous. Sometimes I just feel like I need to cry. So at first I was like, am I being too sensitive? But I didn't know why I was crying. I initially didn't want to do too much research before going. I didn't want to show up looking for something or trying to force a spiritual moment. I wanted my spirit to have its own first impression. So I sat down near the tree, that big, beautiful, loud tree, and out of nowhere I just started crying. Not sad tears, not scared tears, just like overwhelmed. Like I was so happy to be there. Like my body knew something before my mind could catch up. It felt like the kind of cry you have when you finally let go. You feel a release. So right now I'm at Congo Square, right? So at first I was like, let me book a tour to come here so I could get some more information. But I was like, let me just go there first, and if I feel like I need more information, I'll book a tour, because there's literally a tour going on behind me, and she kind of killing me. I don't know what she's saying, but she's explaining a lot. So I was like, let me just sit here and take it in. Tell me why I'm about to cry, yo. And mind you, I am sensitive in general, but I just sit here, I feel like I'm about to cry. Like, I'm gonna sit here for a few more minutes and just take it in, because I don't know why exactly I'm about to cry, but the energy here is so heavy, bro. It's so heavy. In a good way, it's heavy. It's like I'm sharing something, but I don't know what that something is. I'm about to sit here and try to figure it out, but I'm literally like about to. Okay. And y'all, I hope I can find this picture to show y'all. Like I said, I didn't go looking for anything, but something clearly showed up. I was trying to get a cute little picture for y'all to post, and then I noticed in one picture, when I look back, there's a swirl in the picture, and it's a live photo. So when you play the live photo, it just looks like me just trying to do a weird pose. But in the actual picture, it's almost like something was running across the screen, and my body captured some of the imagery of it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Y'all let me know what you think. So I can't mention Congo Square without talking about the sounds. The music that rang out at Congo Square wasn't just entertainment, it was survival. It was ritual disguised as rhythm. Drums that once called down Orisha in Yoruba lands now echoing across New Orleans. These rhythms weren't just dancing, they were summoning. They had meaning, and they looked beautiful at the same time, but they were communicating. They were remembering, and the people who gathered knew that the beat wasn't random. It had meaning and it had magic. When they danced, it wasn't just to feel joy, it was to release pain, to touch something divine, to stay alive. Congo Square didn't just influence music, it birthed an entire sound that would shape the soul of America. The rhythms played there, rooted in African drumming traditions, were complex, layered, and spiritual. They carried the call and response patterns, the synchronicities, the polyrhythms that would later evolve into the heartbeat of jazz, blues, and even rock and roll. The gatherings at Congo Square birthed jazz music in New Orleans. The magic of Black people to preserve these musical traditions from West and Central Africa, mixing them with Caribbean influences and French Creole melodies. As these sounds blended the European brass instruments and the struggles of Black life in the South, they became the foundation of New Orleans jazz. This influence carried into the second line tradition, where parades are led by brass band and followed by dancing, celebration, and spiritual release. I did not get the chance to see one, but I need to go back so I can experience it to see how that feels. They say it's a direct echo of Congo Square's energy. The second line isn't just a cute little parade, it's a living, moving ritual of joy and remembrance. Every note of a trumpet, every beat of a drum in New Orleans carries the spirit of Congo Square, proof that even through oppression, our rhythm endured. It's in our blood. We just naturally have rhythm. So just think about it. For a few hours, if that, each week, there were no chains, no overseers, no forced labor. There was rhythm, there was movement, there was remembrance, there was our people speaking our own language and being comfortable, gossiping about our overseers, plotting and planning, doing rituals. People say that in these moments, Congo Square wasn't in the South anymore. It was back home. And if you go there today, some say that power never really left. There are stories, plenty of them, about the way the energy clings to the space. Some people hear drums late at night when no one's around. Others say they've walked to the square and suddenly felt like they were being watched, not in fear, but in recognition, in admiration. Congo Square isn't just a piece of land, it's not just a patch of land, it's a living altar. The drums may not be played every Sunday anymore, but that rhythm is still in the dirt. The jazz is still pouring out of the clubs down the block. It's that biggity bitty 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 bounce music that still plays. It's the gospel choirs and the heartbeats of everyone who walks through the streets with pride. They'll try to tell you that Congo Square was just a place where Black people danced on Sundays, but what they won't say is that those dances were spells. Those beats were prayers. That gathering was rebellion. It was a recharge. What happened there wasn't just cultural, it was cosmic. The practices that were born in Congo Square didn't die there. They just moved around a little. They shapeshifted. The same spirit of gathering, of rhythm, of communion, it's still happening. Sometimes that communion is on someone's porch where aunties shell peas and talk about their dreams that came true. Sometimes it's that neighborhood McDonald's where the elderly men line up at the crack of dawn to get their coffee and talk about their wives at a table. It's that random gas station that everyone seems just to gather around when they get off work. Those areas of communion still happen and are still needed and are still judged sometimes, look suspicious, like why are they all there? It's in your office at work where all the Black people seem to gather in this one spot in the hallway and know exactly when to meet, where to meet, what to say, to speed off before someone thinks y'all doing something weird. It's those meetings where we have to be like, hey, look, let's get in touch with our people. Okay, now I'll see you next time. So these gatherings may not be at Congo Square, but with the drums now as our heartbeat and our intuition, Congo Square is within all of us. It's a frequency. It's not just a place on the map. It's a rhythm that still moves through our veins. The spirit still still gathers, the spirits still dance, and whether it's on sacred soil or a sidewalk stoop, we remember. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of information of Congo Square and some background through my eyes. I know a lot of the places I talk about I never been to, so I'm speaking from like someone else's experience. So I just wanted to tie both together. There is a story of Congo Square and Marie Laveau I feel like will be cute to share, but y'all let me know if you guys ever visited Congo Square. If you're a New Orleans and you walk by all the time, let me know how you feel there. Also, when I was there too, there was these two girls. One was getting box braids, and I'm like, this is so cute to see like someone getting box braids in the middle of Congo Square. Like, girl, you getting your hair done at Congo Square? Like, this is so sacred. Like, those braids are about to be magical. But yeah, y'all let me know any experiences, or if you want to visit Congo Square, what should I check out next time? But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and like I always say, as above so below, as within so without, as the universe so the soul. Until next time, you guys, Ashe, baby.